For first vice chair, in alphabetical order, we have Gina Catalano, and I believe, Mark Smiley. Hey, Mark, come on up.
Good morning. I'm going to talk a little bit about the evolution of Gina Catalano here. I first met her as a Facebook presence called Inform Warren. It seemed like what she was posting seemed to be in line with what I wanted to hear, so I reached out to her and got her to join the Warren Republican Town Committee. When I became chairman of the party, someone needed to step into the breach there in Warren, and Gina did for a little while until she got absorbed into the 2014 gubernatorial campaign, and her daughter became tireless working for that campaign. Following that campaign, she got involved with the Federation of Republican Women. I'd like to also thank all of the Federation of Republican Women in the back who organized today. They were the ones that were checking you in. That group has gained a lot of traction. She next set her sights on being the first vice chair. The job of first vice chair is, as Dave talked about, you wait until the chairman has a demise, I guess is the way to say it. For whatever reason, they resign or something like that. Then you have 30 days to pull off an election of chair. It's not like you step into the breach and that's the end of it. And it's not an easy job, is it, Steve Fries? Who's the last first vice chair to actually have to do that? But you define what it is that you're going to do. And she defined it as being the conduit of information coming from leadership out to the membership of this committee. And she's done a great job there. Emails, press releases, updating the Facebook page, updating the schedule on our website. She's kept that up for all of us. So the fact that you're all here is evidence of Gina's work. So I'd like to take this moment to nominate my friend, colleague, and fellow Warrenite, Gina Catalano, for first vice chair.
We have secondly, Leanne Senick, another unknown face.
So I second the nomination of Gina Catalano for first vice chair. I have a lot of stories that I can tell you and share with you about Gina. The campaigns that we've worked on, that we volunteered for, the events we have planned, the support we've always given each other. But instead of my stories, I want you to think about your stories of how Gina has helped you with your committees as you're reorganizing, as you're making changes, with promoting your events for you, with finding the answers to the questions that you have. That Gina is the go-to person of our party. When there's a gap, she fills it, and when you need her, she's there 24/7 with grace and heart. If you're new to the committee, she will welcome you, and you will soon have your own stories of how Gina has helped you. But now, as you go up to vote, hopefully in a nice, orderly fashion, please reflect on your stories of how Gina has been an integral and essential part of our party and how she has always been there to help us. And vote to re-elect Gina Catalano as first vice chair. Thank you. Godspeed.
And for first vice chair, Russ Persian. And for Russ Persian, I believe the great representative, former representative, Doreen Costa.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Before I say anything about Russ, Brandon, I love you. I'm going to miss you. I'm going to miss our 25, 35-minute conversations on the phone, but it did take him 4 or 5 days to actually get back to me. So, but you did a fantastic job. Oh, we had a big drink at a fishbowl. We can't get into that now, but thank you very much, Brandon. So I'm here to nominate a good friend of mine, Russ Herzon. When I first ran for office in 2010, Russ was the first person that reached out to me, donated, helped me get things started. But not only did he help me get things started, he also did a lot for the party. If you walk into the RIGOP headquarters, there is a plaque, there's his name on the door, because he's done so much for the party as far as computers and money and And he's just a good friend. He's just a good guy, and I'm proud to call him my friend. So I nominate Russ Herzog. Thank you.
And Gio Ciccione for the second. Gio Ciccione. He's in the bar, guaranteed. Because he was chair once. That's where I'm going to be in a couple of years. Or in a couple of minutes. Okay, Russ is going to take his place. You can see this was kind of planned so we could get you out of here by 10 o'clock tonight.
4 minutes, Russ.
Thanks, man. So for everybody who doesn't know me, I am the former first vice chair preceding Gina Catalano. Everybody that knows me knows that I work tirelessly for the Republicans in this party. I've donated to almost any General Assembly candidate who's ever asked for my help. I think I donated as much or more to our General Assembly candidates in this past election than the state party did. I worked tirelessly for this party. I did when I was chair, for vice chair 2 years ago. And I think the best thing to look at is the legacy you leave behind. When I was first vice chair, the office, despite the lack of money that the party had, was staffed Monday through Friday. When I left office, it's been dark for 2 years for the most part since I left. When I took office, the Republican Party headquarters in Rhode Island looked kind of like a construction trailer. When I left, it was a beautiful headquarters that even rivaled what the Democrat Party has in this state. So I put my money where my mouth is, I followed through on my commitments, and I will support whoever is elected chair of this party if you elect me again as your first vice chairman. Thank you very much.
So for first vice chair in nomination, we have Russ Herzog and Gina Catalano.